everyone, my name is Kamila Amangeldi and I am a student in grade 10 in secondary school number 6 named after Amangeldi in Peterborough. Today I'm here with my amazing English teacher Sultana Jumabekovna.
Hello everyone, I am Sultana Jumabekovna. We are excited to dive into today's lesson. The topic is passive voice. And today I'll be asking Kamila some questions how she understands it well. Are you ready, Kamila?
Absolutely. Let's do this. I have been practicing.
Let's start with basics. Can you tell me what is the passive voice and how it differs from the active voice?
Sure. The passive voice is used when the focus of the sentence is on the action or the object of action. For example, in active voice you might say, the teacher explains the lesson, but in passive it becomes, the lesson is explained by the teacher. The focus shifts on the lesson rather than the teacher.
Exactly, well done. We've got the concept right. And can you tell me how do it form it?
We form passive voice using the verb to be in appropriate tense and the past participle of the main verb.
Great job. Let's put this into practice. Here, first sentence. Mary wrote the story. Can you transform it into passive voice?
I know this. The subject of the active sentence becomes the agent and is either introduced with the preposition by or is omitted. The story was written by Mary.
Great job. Now let's try another example. They have built houses.
The houses have built by them.
Yes, great job. Remember, when we change a sentence to passive voice, we always pay attention to the tense. Now, let's talk about why use the passive voice. Can you think of any situations where we might prefer to use it?
We use passive voice when we don't know who did the action or when the action itself is more important than the person who did it. For example, in the sentence, the cake was eaten, we don't know or care who did the action. We're focusing on the fact that the cake is gone. That's why it's commonly used in news reports, science writing, and instructions.
That's a perfect explanation. Another example could be news reports and scientific writing. For instance, the discovery was made by scientists. The emphasis is on the discovery, not the scientists. Let's imagine a situation. You tell me about the project that you did at school. Could you give me an example how you would use the passive voice to describe your work you did?
Okay, let's see. The project was completed by the team last week. In this case, I'm focusing on the project and the results rather than saying we completed the project.
Exactly. The passive voice allows you to emphasize the action and result, which is really useful in formal writing. Alright, Kamila, let's see how well can you use passive voice. I'll give you a few sentences and you have to change into passive voice. Here is the first one.
Okay.
Fantastic! You managed with everything. I am really impressed with your knowledge of passive voice. You've demonstrated a clear understanding of how to form a passive sentences and when you use them.
Thanks so much, Jumabekovna. I feel way more confident now with a passive voice. It's easier than I thought once I understood the concept.
I am glad to hear it. Remember, with practice, you will be a master in no time.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We hope this video helps you understand how to use the passive voice.
Remember, passive voice isn't something afraid of. With practice, it becomes second nature. Keep using it and you will see how can it be useful in writing and in speaking.
Goodbye and keep practicing your English. See you next time.